It's that time again. Time for some real talk about real issues to enhance your real life. Whatever you think, whatever you know, whatever you feel, Tanya doesn't mind talking about it. Get ready for some real talk that is always rated R, because Talk with Tanya has got to be relevant. Talk with Tanya has got to be refreshing. But most importantly, Talk with Tanya has got to be real. Tune in right now for Real Talk with Tanya White.
Hello and welcome to the Real Talk with Tanya White show. I am your girl, Tanya White, and thank you to all my new listeners and loyal listeners. You know, every time you listen to the Real Talk with Tanya White show, it's going to be rated R. Rated R, why? Because it's real, relevant, and refreshing. We have a wonderful, sensational, beautiful, amazing boss lady on today. We're going to get, I think this is her second time being on. She'll be on her again and again and again, but I think this is her second. Chanelle Coleman Wesley, we're going to bring her on in just a second, but I must give a shout out and say thank you to a couple of our sponsors for this month, April. Thank you to Tina Siemens, author extraordinaire of 3 books that are available on Amazon right now that you need to go to Amazon and get as you are listening to Real Talk with Tanya White. Get Seminole, Post Oak, and The Little Sandals That Could. Tina Siemens is spelled, the last name is Siemens. Go right now to Amazon.com, get all 3 of her books, and then reach out to her, connect with her on social media, and tell her how amazing her books are. And if you're a podcast host, invite her on your show. Why not? All right. And then again, to my girl, my family, Rashayla Burns. She is owner and just curator of all things R&B, mobile bartending, and catering. If you're looking for a bartender for your event, especially Derby coming up, she is licensed. She is amazing. She gives your event drink creation that goes along with your theme and your personality. And trust me, I have been a connoisseur of her creations long before she's been a licensed bartender. She has been the family bartender for decades. All right. Big ups to Rashayla Burns. Get with her. R&B, mobile bartending, and catering. Look, I can't talk. But connect with her, especially for upcoming Derby events, graduation parties, adult graduation parties, birthdays, summer soirees. She is your girl, and she will get your party popping. All right, let's get back to the show. I have my girl Chanelle Coleman Wesley on once again, and she's going to talk about a few things that she has coming up. She is a boss lady par excellence. And welcome to the Real Talk with Tanya White show again, Chanelle Coleman Wesley. How you doing, honey?
I'm doing amazing. First of all, Tanya, I want to say thank you, sis. I'm so excited to be back on the show. I absolutely loved it the first time, so I know it's going to be a phenomenal show.
I love having you on, and we just talk, real girl talk, real boss talk, because we're both bosses. And you are calling from where? Where do you reside, gorgeous lady?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin, way up north, honey, way up north.
In Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Listen, Y'all didn't know. Yes, y'all did know that Black people live in Milwaukee. Listen, y'all did.
Like Dr. V, that's the first thing she said.
Yes.
Yes, Dr. Velma Bagby is Black people in Milwaukee.
There are Black people in Milwaukee. And so tell us, remind our audience, who my loyal listeners, and introduce yourself to our new listeners, who you are and how you got to who we're going to talk with today.
Well, let's see. My name is Chanelle Coleman Wesley. I am a best-selling, award-winning author, international speaker, accomplished playwright. I am the editor-chief of this new publication entitled Hustle Her Magazine. In addition to that, I'm a strategist, I'm a coach, I'm a video designer. I do a little bit about everything. So I'm excited to be here. Why? Because I just love having some real, relevant, and refreshing conversations with my girl Tanya. So let's go.
That's right. Listen, she does all things well. I know sometimes you be like, she's doing too much. No, she's not. She's doing everything she needs to do, and she does it with exquisite excellence. All right, you better connect with her right now on all platforms, social media. Give us your social media right now before we get into this real talk, Chanelle.
It's real simple. Chanelle Coleman Wesley, everything, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. I need to step up a little bit of my Twitter presence, but I'm on Twitter too. And also, of course, Hustle Her Magazine community on Facebook, and we'll be coming to those other platforms soon. So I'm excited.
So let's talk about Hustle Her, your new endeavor. Show us your proof of your magazine, first of all, lady.
I mean, she just looks amazing. Just look at
Yes, she does.
This is Butterbee Rocker. She is on our first cover. I'm so excited to have her in. This is the back. See, it still got proof on it. I'm so excited about this thing. I'm gonna just try to leaf through here.
That's it.
Terrible. Yeah. It's a whole thing. Your girl's excited about her. She's just amazing. I love it.
Amazing.
She came today in the mail, babe. I'm like, come through, talk about it.
It looks fresh out of the box. Now
she's still blazing. I just unwrapped her today.
First of all, what'd you say? B Rocker's on there?
Butterbee Rocker. Yes,
Butterbee Rocker. The lipstick, red lipstick is popping. Ain't nothing like good red lipstick.
Yes. That melanin is melanin on today. And the lipstick is like pop. So I'm loving it. It looks
so give us the backstory of all things Chanelle. Why now Hustle Her magazine? Because I'm a magazine. I grew up on magazines. Look, I'm from the era with Right On, Essence, Jet, Black in the Back, Press.
You ain't really that cool if you didn't have 1,000 Jets at home with your parents that sprouting across the table. Like, look at it, You
look for, first of all, you go to the Jet Centerfold, then you go to the top music, and then you read the yes. And then you read the story. But you better have a Jet, Ebony, Essence, Black Enterprise. That was a staple in
Black homes. Yes. It really was. I mean, then I got older. I started doing my own little thing, little Word Up and everything. I'm just like, I'm just
Right On magazine. Okay. Yes, why now Hustle Her for the Chanelle Coleman Wesley empire?
I felt like it was time. 3 years ago is when I talked about, launching it at first. And that was after starting a community for Black women authors. And I'm like, okay, I want to do a magazine publication. But sometimes people will talk to you, get you in the ear and start telling you, this, maybe you should do this, and maybe you should do that. And so you put it on the back burner, And this year I'm like, you know what? No more back burner. I started talking to some amazing friends and people that I truly admire and respect with their various businesses and platforms. I started talking to these contributors and finding out like, okay, how can we connect? How can we link? I think you will be an amazing fit for this particular, specifics in the magazine. Started reaching out to them. And then I went to social and said, hey, I have a couple of things left. Let's see how you guys can fill these specific roles, and everything else just came into be. I'm so excited about all the dynamic people that are making this thing come to be. The people who agreed to be able to be featured and highlighted. And like I said, having an amazing sponsor in Simply She and Crystal Vernay. It's been an amazing ride so far, and I'm excited to see what's going to be happening next.
Listen, we love the finished product. We all love a finished product, all right? Mm-hmm. But take us through the journey. You already said it was 3 years in the making. And that's a short amount of time for a writer and a visionary to bring from concept to life, all right? They people say 3 years, honey, that's a short time when you're really trying to perfect it and get up. So give us about 3 nuggets of what launching a magazine is like. What do you have to have?
Girl, first of all, I want to say, number one, know your lane, know where you're supposed to be at. One of the things was you talk yourself into something and you talk yourself out of it at the same time. One of the things that was central for me was knowing the pulse of the magazine, who this was for. I felt like it was very important to me to be able to open doors and provide opportunities for women who look just like me. So that was my audience. That was the pulse. That was the heartbeat of this syndication, and everything else was going to fit in between those things. And so that's what I thought about when I first began thinking, okay, what do I want to do? This is who it speaks to. This is how I want it to serve. The next thing was finding people who I felt like could align, developing relationships, partnerships, some things, when you're looking at entering into agreements, you want things that are going to be beneficial. And I also thought about what did I want to be able to accomplish with the magazine. So I had an end goal in mind. I wanted this magazine not just to be a voice, but also to be a stepladder, to be able to be my microphone, for me to be able to bridge relationships, encounter new opportunities, to be able to put myself into different spaces where Chanelle couldn't go. Hustle Her magazine will open up doors for me that Chanelle by herself couldn't open up for herself. So the opportunities that I saw in it, and I'm like, okay, so I'm scoping out what I wanted those things to look like. And I just started looking for people who aligned with those things. And so things started rolling as I did that. And then the last tip that I would say is know your niche and work within your niche and work your niche well. Finding people who were going to be able to add value to what I was doing was very important for me. I brought in people like Olivia Shawreel, Brian J.T. Watts, of course, Crystal Vernay, who's both not just a contributor, but also our sponsor, DeRay Henderson, Tatiana Lee, Carmela Harris. And I said I wasn't going to be trying to name drop because you always forget people. Tawana Lawson, and the rest of the team. Everybody is dynamic in their own way, and they are it's a specialty that they have that I wanted as a resource or an asset or an ally to be able to help line up to give me a complete package. I wanted to be able to provide women with access to open up doors for opportunities, but I also wanted to be able to build out a platform where anyone can be able to have access to opportunities as well, whether they could pay for them or not. So that's something I'm very important. It's important to me. So providing opportunities for contests for people to be able to win certain things, and by participating in the community and just developing not just a magazine, but a community component to it as well. So it's like the magazine on steroids because now you get to actually experience what it feels like for the Hustle Her brand.
Listen, is everything you described is when you were describing, I was like, yep, that's what I got from Jet. That's what I got from Ebony. And really Essence with Susan Taylor, when I was reading Essence and when I really was coming into who Tanya White is, Essence, first of all, the name says it all.
Yeah.
The name says it all. Hustle Her says it all. You're going to not only hustle, but you're going to be a feminine energy of opportunity, optimism. You're going to get information that you need. And so when when people pour their heart and soul into a project, it's not a overnight nothing. Okay. I heard what you said, alignment, and aligning with people who not only know what they're doing, okay, because people can know what they're doing in their various lanes, right? But can they also know what they're doing and add another value to your vision without creating division? Come on.
Come on now. You teaching and preaching now, Tanya. Come on.
Listen. Because I only can say what I'm going through. It's something to have people behind you rah for the newness of things. All right. When you're creating not only a book but a magazine, you having all these people, sponsors, and everybody at the table. The rah quickly goes, and you need people who are aligned and also competent, all right? Because you can be competent. I'm a school director. I got a lot of competent people, but the rah-rah's over. Yes. I'm looking for competent people who are aligned with my vision, which is aligned with the corporate vision and can add value to what corporate is trying to do, what the vision of Tanya White is, because the vision of Tanya White and corporate are aligned.
Right.
I just, and so when I heard you say all those three nuggets, it tells me, first of all, Chanelle, you had to know who you are. Do you not?
Yeah, you do. You really do. You do. Identity is central.
It is key, and not the identity to know when, hey, that insecurity is trying to pop up, and you got to speak to that and say, look, little girl, because insecurity is the little girl in us.
Talk about it.
The woman is doing hustle her. Okay. Mm-hmm. If I'm gonna need you to sit down, like your parents and your mama and your grandmama. Little girl, sit down somewhere. Okay. Right. When you was walking out doing something you ain't supposed to be doing.
Right.
You got to speak to that person who is trying to come to you and be a distraction. And so you got to be rooted and grounded in who you are. And I heard you say, given all the information, you knew that it was time for Hustle Her. Show us the magazine again, because listen, because that ain't no look.
I love her. She just is just amazing. I just want to
listen.
Show you, baby. I love this table of contents. You see this?
Come on,
baby. I'm talking about it now. Come on now. We got some insight.
Yes.
We have some empowerment. We have some tips, some tools, some strategies. We have some amazing ads as well. Just some great dynamic resources. It's the Hustle Her magazine. It's for career-oriented women. It's for professionals. It's for entrepreneurs. It's for people with a side hustle who want to make that side hustle their main hustle. It's for people who's looking for, insights, connections, resources. It's all the things. So it has, talks to you a little bit about what you need to do if you want to get workout and get fit. It talks to you about, hey sis, here's some things that you need to get really clear on really quickly if you want to do well in business. It's telling you, hey sis, like, look, I'm going to give you this sister check and let you know, if you want to elevate your business and brand, this is what it needs. It talks a little bit about some good book reviews. And I love it because it allowed me to be able to expand and to develop other niches within this. So one of the things that I'm really excited about is the Hustle Her Vault. Now, the vault is for the books, sis. It's like the books on wheels. So we have an opportunity to be able to showcase and just really spotlight phenomenal Black women who are authors in various genres and provide some great reading tips and resources for women, which is dynamic in its own sprite. And then, of course, with businesses, because sometimes you don't know what you don't know until you don't know it. And also sometimes you know what you need, but you don't know who you need. And so providing the CEO suite where you can find Black women businesses so you can support, whether our government supports DEI or not. Also, her message definitely does. So you can find some like, okay, I want to support the sister in business. Where do I go? I'm looking more into network and build community. Where do I go? You know what? I want to find an amazing vibe. Okay, I'm thinking about some travel stuff. What do I need? So it's all the tips to be able to make her have an amazing day so that she can run the day. Why? Because most of the time, that sister got that cape on and she's trying to do all of the things and she needs a little bit of help to be able to do all the things. And that's what Hustle Her is all about. Real quickly, I want to say this. When I was telling some people the name, they were like, you know what, the connotation, I feel like a negative connotation on hustle. I don't know. Listen, I'm a Black woman. Nobody gave me nothing. Anything that I wanted, sis, I had to go out and go get it, right? Because it wasn't going to be handed to me. And so if you've had to beg, borrow, and grind to get it, then you're going to respect what's going down in these pages. You're going to feel some excitement. You're going to feel some rah-rah. But you also gonna feel like my sister's got my back. They're gonna give me a soft check when I need it. And we have an amazing male contributor again, which is Brian J.T. Wallace. It takes a lot to be around some strong Black women. And this man is definitely holding us down. Baby, he is holding us down. Like today, he was like, I'm going live. I'm doing all the things. I'm like, come on now. Let's see what I'm talking about. I just love the atmosphere. I love the camaraderie. I love the opportunities, and I love the way that you have people who are business owners and people who have their own platforms, and they're here because they're passionate about seeing us win. So it's not just knowledge and foresight that they have, but they also are intricately involved because they want to see Black women succeeding. They want to see Black women having a seat at the table. And so that's what makes Hustle Her magazine unique in its own right.
And not just a seat at the table, because they give us seats, Chanelle.
Baby,
when we sit down, but when we sit down, can they make us feel welcome? Can they give us equal opportunity?
Yeah.
Can they let us shine without saying we to this and to that? Or can they allow us to be visionaries, innovators, creators without trying to put us in the box and then creating a negative narrative when they don't feel like, come on, listen, Hustle Her.
You was preaching and teaching today, I told you.
Listen, Hustle Her is going to be somebody's essence that it was for me. Because like I said, we had Jet, we had Ebony, but when I read Essence, and I'm a name person, so Essence, I had to look it up and why I connect with that and why people going to connect with Hustle Hard, because everything you were saying is like, yes, I've been in this, what I'm doing for 20 years. And people think she just do. No, it ain't been no overnight. I've been hustling and grinding and hustling.
Girl,
when I didn't have
every day hustling. I get it. Trying to tell you, I feel it.
For real. And it's nothing like a Black woman who can create and birth something that is going to be a legacy of wealth, of information, of purpose and destiny. And so when Hustle Her, yes, it ain't no negative connotation, because it's not a hustle is not just for a certain ethnic group. White women hustle, Asian women hustle.
Talk about it.
Mexican women hustle.
Period. We gonna
women hustle.
Latinos
women hustle.
We hustle now. We gonna get some work done.
We gonna and we get the work done without having the titles. Come on,
girl, talk about it.
Listen, if it wasn't for women, we wouldn't have this nation. Okay,
talk about it.
So Hustle Hard magazine, I love it. Has everything. That's what I love what you say, because it's now with all the digital magazines going a lot digital. It's something to have. I remember going to the hairdresser, being at the salon, packing when I got my Essence magazine in the mail, and I'm going because I want everybody to know I got Essence. Yep,
baby, listen,
I'm an Essence woman, and I'm gonna read everything from cover to cover. And that's what I want you all to get with Hustle Hard. Now, tell us when it's coming out, how people can subscribe, how people can be have ads. Tell us everything about Hustle Hard and how we can get only those who are aligned and want to add value can be in this endeavor. Go ahead.
Talk about it, sis. I love it. I love it. So the magazine is going to be available on Amazon. Talk about it, baby. We're going to be able to order her right off of Amazon to you. We are going to be doing a digital version. And of course, like I mentioned before, over on Facebook, we have the Hustle Her magazine community. We'll have a flip book in that for everybody who subscribes on my website at www.shesaidyes2herself.com. That'll be connecting. The launch issue happens on April 24th. So of course we're going to be going for the bestseller. I'm excited because we have Butta B. Rocka on the cover. Butta B. Rocka is she's an independent film director, creator, writer, actress. She's a national recording artist. She is a best-selling author. The lady has many tricks and trades that she does, and I'm so excited for her to be on the cover. We actually talked at least maybe a year and a half ago when I was like really maybe close to 2 years, where I'm talking like, okay, when I do my magazine, I definitely want you on the cover. She came to my first summit that I did for She Said Yes to Herself Unapologetically. She was one of the speakers there, and I was so excited. And when I was looking at her resume, I'm like, is she on my stuff? And I thought it was like a mistake. Like, how she get on my and I had to ask her, like, well, okay, so like, what made you do it? Like, why'd you say yes? And she was like, I'm in it for the name. I love the name. She said yes to herself unapologetically. I'm all about that. So I'm like, well, talk that talk, sis. And so we just kind of hit it off from there, and we've kept in touch since. And now that it's come to be, like I said, she was with it in the process. And it takes something for people to believe in something before they see it come to fruition. It takes a lot to tell people, hey, I don't have this thing yet, but I'm telling you about something very positive that's going to be dynamic, that's going to be informational, insightful, but also empowering, nurturing, and also has that element of faith to it. But I want you to believe that this thing is going to happen, even though I don't have something tangible in hand right now. It takes a bold kind of person, a different kind of innovative, creative person to say, okay, I'm gonna rock with that when I don't see anything.
That's why they have to be aligned with your vision. And I cannot, because early in my hustle of Tanya White empire, all things Tanya White.
Come on now, talk about it.
You try to get people who said the rah-rah, but couldn't align to bring the results. And I had, you know, in the early stages, you couldn't understand. But you was my cheerleader. Why aren't you doing this? And it's nothing against them. Some people just not aligned to be with it because you know why? They have to be doing it themselves. They have to be doing something themselves for them. Like you said, you got to see the vision before any tangible thing comes to fruition. And that takes another visionary.
It does.
Somebody who is hustling.
Baby, listen.
Her and him. Hustle her, hustle him. Okay?
Yes.
I think I just birthed another thing with Chanelle because you got to do a hustle him. Because men got a whole nother.
Something else that's coming. I would say it, but I do have something that's coming out for me.
Don't talk about it.
But I don't even want to get into it because
don't get it because listen, I got a prophetic discernment sometimes. I speak things with a confirmation. But we all have to. That is another level. When you are trying to birth something, it's just like I've never physically been pregnant, but I know my sisters. When you're birthing something, when you are carrying a baby, a physical baby, you're getting ready for it, and you know it's going to be at least 9 months, right?
You talking now. You talking like you talking now.
Yeah, but you know it's coming, and whether people believe it or not, it don't. Get rid of the gender reveal, boy or girl. You're preparing for a baby. Yes. You're going through all the discomfort happily, aren't you? I see women who are physically pregnant 8 months and loving it. They can barely see their feet. Their back is hurting. They ain't got no sleep, but they are carrying that baby because they know when it gets delivered, they got something that they haven't seen, but they believed it was coming. Why? Because they was carrying it. They were nurturing it. They were taking care of it.
It's the thing. I'm telling you right now, I think it's cool because when you think about when you are creative, you're a person who's a visionary, you have to see things as they were even before they are. You know what I'm saying? And when you have timelines and, you know, you 8 months and you still carrying the baby, you 12 months and you 15 months in and then you 18, you 24 months. People like, you still pregnant or you couldn't get pregnant yet. And so you have to continue to push yourself despite what the confines say it should be at this point. You can't question your timing. When I say this thing came together fast, it came together fast, even though it was a thought this time process. But I knew what I wanted to do. I had been stalking out the ideas, even though I hadn't did it yet. It was just like something was in me, was like, it's time. And I just started running. And I'm like, I'm not even going to say anything. I got real quiet. When I'm getting ready to do something, I got real quiet. I zoned in. I had tunnel vision. And I'm like, I'm going to get her together. I'm not even going to say anything. So she's basically getting ready to come out of here. And
listen,
here she is.
Ain't that what Elizabeth did in the Bible? She got quiet and stole away. She didn't want nobody to mess up her pregnancy because she knew she was going to deliver John. And it wasn't to who? Listen, Mary came in and it said that baby ain't moved forever. But when Mary came in, because Mary was aligned to her vision. And so that made the baby leap. Okay?
That's right. When she spoke, the baby said, all right, here we go. Here we go.
Here's the paper. And you can, like you said, it could be 18 months and 15 months, but when it's time, God's going to send you your Mary, your Marlon, your Marvin, Marguerite, who's going to make that thing leap, and it's going to be in motion. And that's what somebody who has the hustle her, not only mentality, but manifestation of other hustles that have manifested, because you ain't gonna continue to hustle like you hustle if you ain't got no manifestation. Mm-hmm. So when you connect with Hustle Hard Magazine and Chanelle Coleman Wesley, you connecting with someone who manifests results, who not only, it's not a cute little name, it's an experience. It ain't no cute little name, is it, Chanelle?
Baby, hustle sold separately. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you ain't got it, you gotta get it. Because sometimes people act like they don't know it, but that's what I come with. But if you don't got it, then the hustle is just sold separately, and you gotta go out there and get it. And so, you know, I love being around people who are like-minded, who want to see elevation, who are confident in who they are and whose they are and who God called them to be, and are ready to step into it and walk it and talk it like they got it before they got it. Because I'm about that type of life. So I'm excited.
About it. You got to be about it to have the team around you that you have. There's one thing to have people around you. It's another to have a team around you. Girls, who's going to dive in and work competently with your cohesiveness of vision. And so I commend you, Chanelle Coleman Wesley, the gorgeous boss lady.
I appreciate you and I salute you from one boss to another. I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't know this, but I be fangirl crushing watching stuff. I'm like, she just out here doing all the things. And if you don't be, I'm telling you, girl, you don't know how much I love NE. Okay?
Yes, I do, because I love them too.
Girl, everything. I'm like, if she interviewed one more person, I didn't saw Ronnie and I didn't saw Bob. I'm like, what is going on? I got
listen,
girl,
you know my goal is to interview them all. Now, when I get Ralph on there, because Ralph does not talk to, Ralph does his job, gets in his zone, and replenishes himself. But trust me, when I get that Ralph interview, Lord have mercy.
Girl, I'm like,
gonna be at the pimp.
Baby, you seeing him talking to him. I'm like,
girl, it's just I feel like listen, you gotta be an NE for lifer.
Girl, I've been here before Candy, girl.
Listen,
talk about
come on,
man. Girl, you don't be talking when Bobby Brown was talking about I need a girlfriend. What is you talking about?
Come on, listen,
girl,
listen here.
Girl, you ain't. I'm an NE for life. NE heartbreak. Okay, just know.
So you know what I'm saying. You feel it.
Out. You got to count me out. I said, girl, baby, they was on my walls. The posters on the walls.
Everything. Okay, they was it.
Just know that. They gonna always be that. They gonna always, when you feel like that, like that little girl, they gonna always bring that little girl kind of emotions about them. That's what's gonna happen. So
and as we talk about hustle,
I want to say I see your hustle. I see you. I just want you to know that I see you,
girl. But you know,
going to see Janet Jackson and doing all the things, baby. I didn't watch you. Don't think I ain't been watching. I've been watching. I said, look at Tanya. She's doing all the things.
Because after a certain time, you inspired. Yes, you're a fan, but you're inspired by their story. Absolutely. And I think I gained more like appreciation for what they endured, because they could have quit at even in any given time.
You talking about the movie?
I'm talking about when I saw the movie, and you know I followed it for years, but when they are transparent enough to say, look, this is what we went through.
That's what I'm saying.
We kept going for y'all because we love what we do.
Girl.
And when I say they are the super group, all these other people they be talking about, I'm like, NE got the template from Temptations, but they elevated because Temptation ain't no other group than got offsprings like BBD, Ralph, Johnny.
Girl, shoot, the whole thing. Everybody in it did their thing. They really did their thing.
They're still doing it.
Baby, listen, just know I'm gonna let them for life. Okay, I'm gonna let them for life. Just know that.
They got sporty, rich gear. Ronnie's in real estate. Bobby got a whole season line.
Girl, I mean, Michael Ralph is in his own managerial. So I was like, and that they're all doing their thing and doing their thing well. And I can't do anything but salute them because, girl, yes, just know that. Just know that I love it.
And that's a hustle. We're gonna manifest when you do your male version. We're gonna manifest that.
It's gonna be for girls and men, but I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna put this out in the atmosphere. I would love to interview New Edition.
Listen, we go in the name of Jesus. It can happen. Because I'll be like, Chanelle, meet me in Vegas. We can get this. Because they're going to go back to Vegas. Girl. And I'll be like, girl, we on a mission. Because all it takes, as you see all it takes is one person. Brooke Payne. It takes one person. Alicia Etheridge Brown to get to Bobby. It takes one person to get to Ronnie. Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Johnny, Ralph.
Come on now. And Ralph. Girl, we gonna get this. We gonna one of these days.
All we do is put in the atmosphere. Because one thing I do know, they follow their fans too.
But I'm gonna say this too. You did set your entertainment. You probably wasn't even looking at for that. It happens. Girl, never have I ever thought we was ever gonna be together interviewing MC Lights.
Come on now.
Okay, so I'm just saying, stranger things have happened.
Stranger things have happened.
Girl, I interviewed Jamar Hill. We doing things. Okay, all right. So I'm just saying.
Doing it. So when it's gonna happen? So, cause you're a hustler, baby.
I know that's right, baby.
And we are hustling. And we hustling with humility, with hard work, and to help others not have to hustle just so much, but hustle enough with passion. We trying to break barriers. We still want you to hustle.
Yeah.
But we don't want you to have to go through all the negativity and closed opportunities that we had to go through. So Chanelle Coleman Wesley, we didn't even talk about your book, Empower Her. You just got to come back and talk about that.
That's okay. That's okay. I appreciate us talking about Hustle Her magazine. People can definitely connect with me directly if they want to have an opportunity to be featured in the magazine, if they want to find out about sponsorships, if they want to do an ad in the magazine. They can definitely talk to me. They can reach out to me.
Let's do that because it takes money. It takes money to do a magazine. Talk about what sponsorships you have and how we can connect with that. Real Talk is going to be a sponsor.
Well, baby, listen, I'm thinking about some bartership between me and you, sis. I'm going to talk to you about that after.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm open.
Because I feel like we can help each other out. You know what I mean? So I definitely see that, and I definitely respect that. So I would definitely want to talk to you about that after the show. But people can definitely direct message me for details about sponsorship packages, information on doing an ad or being featured in the magazine. We would definitely love to have them, especially if it's something that aligns with our platform. And I definitely would love to be able to connect.
Absolutely. If you're looking to expand your brand, to make your brand, if you're just launching a brand, a great way to do it is to connect with Hustle Her, because that is doing big things. Just hearing Chanelle's story. If you miss any of it, just re-listen. There's passion, there's heart, there's love behind this, and there is a purpose. It is a purpose to give you information that you need, want, and love. So Chanelle, like always, it's been a sensational talk. We're going to come back and talk about, maybe we'll have a New Edition night and do like an Indie for Life
Don't get
show.
me started, girl. I'm going to go crazy. I'm all ready for that. First of all, let me just say this. I always have a phenomenal time on this podcast. You do such a phenomenal job. I just truly respect and admire you. I am rooting for you, sis. This is your season. It's your time. It's your turn. It's
my time and my turn. Because I'm a hustler, baby.
I know that's right.
That's going to be in my mind the rest of the night. Y'all connect with Chanelle Coleman Wesley.
Every day I'm hustling. Them two songs going to just keep running back and forth in your mind.
That's it right there. Rick Ross didn't know what he was doing. Ain't he know? Good times. Connect with her. You're doing great work. Continue to do everything that you do without distractions, Chanelle, without distractions. And so, y'all, if y'all missed any of the show, rewind it, re-listen, re-share it, because this is timeless information that is needed everywhere for every gender, every race. Again, thank you to my April sponsors, Tina Siemens. Get her books on Amazon.com, Seminole, Post Oak, and the Little Sandals That Could. My girl, if you need a bartender, a licensed bartender. Now, with the license, look, this ain't no little around the corner bartender. She is licensed by the state. She has drink creations, and she's a minority-owned business, and she's my family. Get with Rashayla Burns, R&B mobile bartender. I'm telling you, I have been a connoisseur of her creations for decades, and she knows what she's doing. Like, she's a visionary with the drinks. Like, she created a whole menu for her sister, who is my sister-in-law, 40th birthday, Renaissance theme. She had all the Beyonce drinks by song. Okay? And they tasted like the song. That's what Rashayla does. Okay? Get with her. You got a derby party, a college graduation, anything, an anniversary coming, her R&B mobile bartender. Get with her. She's on my Facebook page. As always, you guys, I love you. Remember to love your life, live your life, and laugh through your life into next